Let's begin by reading the problem. So in this example, we're going to compare cell phone plans, and it's an application or a word problem. So it says, when purchasing, I'm going to get my highlighter ready, you should too. When purchasing a new cell phone plan, you are given two pay options. Both include unlimited text. With Plan A, you pay 35 cents per minute. With Plan B, you pay 15 cents per minute plus a flat fee of $10. So those are our two different plans. Now we're asked to write an algebraic expression to represent the cost for Plan A if you talk for m minutes. So now let's write down our variables. So m equals the number of minutes you talk. I'll just write that as the number of minutes. And now we want the cost, and I'm going to write Plan A here because remember there's two plans, so you really want to be specific about how you write these things so you don't confuse them later with Plan A or Plan B. So the cost for Plan A, well, going back, it says you pay 35 cents per minute. So you're going to multiply 0.35, or just 35 cents, times the number of minutes. Okay, so again, since it's 35 cents per minute, that lets you know that it's a rate, and we're going to multiply that 35 cents times the number of minutes. So here we have 0.35 m. Now in the next one it says write an algebraic expression to represent the cost for Plan B if you talk m minutes. So we're actually using the same letter here, m, which equals the number of minutes, but now we're looking at the cost of Plan B. So cost of Plan B, here you need to, so the cost for Plan B was 15 cents per minute. So just like we multiplied the 35 cents times the number of minutes, we'd multiply the 15 cents times the number of minutes. Plus, so this is a variable amount that depends on the number of minutes, but in this case we also have plus a flat fee of $10. So we're going to add 10 to this expression as well. So we have 0.15 m plus 10. So you can probably imagine, you could think about this situation, that which plan is going to be better depends on the number of minutes you talk. So this one has a lower rate per cost per minute, but this one you don't have to pay that initial $10. So if you didn't talk on the phone a lot, this would probably be a better deal, and if you did talk on the phone a lot, this would be a better deal. But at what point is a lot? So what amount of minutes makes this one a better deal compared to this one? So that's what we're going to figure out. So the next question says, how many minutes you would need to use the two plans to be equal? Write an equation that represents a situation. So we want to see for what number of minutes would these two be equal. So we want when is the cost of Plan A equal to the cost of Plan B. And we have expressions for both of these, so we can just replace cost of Plan A is 0.35 minutes, and the cost of Plan B is 0.15 minutes plus $10. So this is our equation, and if we solve for m here, we could find the number of minutes that you would talk on the phone where these were exactly equal. So let's write this here. 0.35 m equals 0.15 m plus 10. Now we're asked to solve the equation and use your answer to complete the following sentence. Round your answer to the nearest minute. So it says the cost for these plans is the same if you talk for blank minutes. So let's solve this equation. So now we have a choice. Remember, our goal is to get m by itself, and I have some m's over here, or one m term here, and one term m term here. So we want to combine them together, but combine may not be the best word because they're not on the same side of the equation. So I'm going to think of this as, sometimes we say I'm going to bring this over to the other side of the equation. And what we mean by this is I am going to subtract this 0.15 m from both sides of the equation. So now it's going to cancel on this side, and we'll just have 0 plus 10, which is 10, and it'll be combined over here. But notice the sign is going to be the opposite over here because it's on the other side of the equation. So this will be 0.20 m equals 10. So notice as we're solving this equation, some things are coming to light. Notice that the cost of plan A was 20 cents more a minute than the cost of plan B, and that's what this 20 represents. And we want to see, when does that extra 20 cents per minute equal $10? So the idea behind this equation is kind of rolling out as we solve. So now, well, we might want to see how many 20 cents are in $10. That would be the number of minutes. To do this algebraically, we'd say, well, this is 0.20 times m. To undo multiplying by 0.20, we divide by 0.20. And then we go to the other side of the equation, and we perform the same operation. Now let's use the calculator to divide this. So we want to, on this side it just cancels, but on the right-hand side we have 10 divided by 0.2, which is 50. So m equals 50. Here the 0.20's cancel, that's just 1 m, and here we're left with 50. So the cost for these plans is the same if you talk for exactly 50 minutes. So just to summarize the idea behind this, so if you had bought Plan A or Plan B and talked for 50 minutes, you'd pay the exact same amount for each plan. Later on, we'll talk about other ideas. Well, if it was 0 minutes that you talked, Plan A would cost you $0, but Plan B would cost you 10. So less than 50 minutes, we'd still have Plan A as a better deal. And for more than 50 minutes, Plan B would start being a better deal.